Hello everybody, my name is Levon Kalistian, and the topic that I wanted to talk about today to teach the class in this short video is the topic of primate evolution. As an introduction, the three things that I want to talk about in this video on how primates have changed over time, the first being their prehistoric existence, the second, their evolutionary development, and their third, their present adaptation and transition. The first topic of prehistoric existence that I wanted to cover today, as you can see on this map here, this is just a very general distribution and very general exhibition of how primate life has evolved around the equator and spread to different parts of the world. This map highlights very simply where most primate life began. The geographic distribution being one very key element to primate evolution. In this picture here, you also notice the anatomy and bone structure being very similar to one another. This is just an example of a several primate compared to a human, as well as the hand structure. You can notice most primates have a very similar like anatomy, which is what makes us very, very similar as a species. To expand even further on how some physical features actually bring us together as primates, these here, I have a couple different examples on certain primates that are considered very close and very relative to humans, the orangutan being one popular one. The gorilla here, you notice, is also a very common like primate to human life, and the human itself. The lemur being a very distant primate, also a very old and prehistoric one, whose anatomy we resemble very similarly. Moving forward onto the topic of evolutionary development, in the next couple of slides I want to show you how humans and primates have adapted and innovated throughout the years. Here you see a picture. I've got a gorilla actually, adapting to using tools. Primates have always been known for being able to invent, create, and add to their lives to make certain tasks like filling the depth of water easier for them. This map here, really similar to the map we saw before, where different primates existed in the planet. This is a basic geographic rundown of how human characteristics can evolve. People can argue that there are different races and different species of humans, but we are one species. We are one Homo sapien. The characteristics that may include skin color, physical features, all differs from where geographically you are on this planet. And those geographic features are what give you certain genes to evolve the way that you are. So these human characteristics on the map listed here are just a couple of hundreds of different ones that we have as a species. Moving forward onto the next and last topic of modern evolution and how it's present today, this simple chart just shows a very clear analogy of how humans have evolved slowly over time from gorilla to the form that we are in now. And this map here, similar to the map of primate shift we've seen before, differentiates how humans have moved across our Earth, how evolution has changed them to different places and put them in different locations geographically. That's an example of how we've evolved. In the last element of modern evolution, human characteristics being one very talked about one that you see very different across different humans. It's a very popular idea to think that different species and different races of humans exist. In reality, those different types of races are just characteristics of different geographical evolutionary features that humans have from just living in different parts of the world, being affected by different types of the environment. And so this being one of the largest lessons I learned in my studies of primate evolution is that we really are all one species, and that the different characteristics that define us are all biological differences that we've evolved from. In conclusion and in summary of everything that we talked about in this video, the very first topic, the early life of primate evolution, its prehistoric existence, geographically how it took place, and when it started is one thing we talked about. The second point was the mid-era of evolution, so when tools became into use, invention started occurring, and adaptation rose and grew primates' life. The last step, its present transition to what humans are like now, all the different human characteristics that we have that exist, all the differentiations that we have through evolution, where we've gone geographically on this earth, that all we were able to cover into the present transition on how primates have changed over time. And then with all the changes that have occurred over the millions of years, there's also a lot of similarities that we're able to discuss as well that make us really close to our ancestors and the older primate like life that we've had before on this earth. I personally wanted to say here, thank you for watching this video and supporting the research that I did on primate evolution. I personally had a lot of fun doing this project myself, and if you ever saw anything or noticed anything through the video that I might have missed, please let me know as well so I could add to it and make this an even more effective presentation. Thank you again.